time for a Q&A, and you guys sent in some great questions on our Instagram account, which we will answer today.
Ooh!
Ooh.
Let's get started.
This has been very stressful.
Vilken bra sätt att slå sig batteriet.
I know, Let's start off. I just want to say that not everyone is here today because both like they are away, and also maybe we don't have enough space.
We're a lot of people.
Yeah.
There's enough space in this couch.
Yes.
For the 5 of us.
Yes.
But let's start off with some questions about us, like who are the people behind Avant Cosplay? How is everyone doing?
I'm not sure.
I'm doing quite fine.
Yeah.
Everyone, right?
Semester is soon over.
Yeah.
We're soon back to work or school for most of us.
Yeah, gonna start working soon.
It's a bit sad.
So another question is how we all met. And we met in high school.
Yeah.
5 years ago?
Yeah,
5 years ago.
we all went to the same gymnasium, it's called in Swedish.
Yeah.
And we all went to, most of us went to different programs. We have Gabriel and Dine who went to film, and Irma and Matilda went to art and animation. And me who went in music class.
And some of the others,
Yeah.
mostly art students.
Yeah, mostly art students. And then,
But we
And afterwards, like 1 year into our school year, our first school year, we gathered a group and created a friend group with each other.
We went to our first convention together, or at least for me at least it was my first ever convention, and it was a lot of fun. We went to Närcon and we did our first cosplay group, which was from Percy Jackson, if I'm
That
not
was actually not
mistaken.
Was that our first? Wasn't it?
yeah, all together.
Well, that wasn't so much of a group.
Yeah, maybe.
That was our very first cosplay group.
Yeah.
As in,
Mostly all together.
Almost all of us.
Yeah, I mean, and I think most of the people, like, it was their first convention, and then me and Nadia have actually gone to conventions before, like a couple of years before, so old school cosplayers, seniors.
And then after we just discovered it was so much fun to cosplay together rather than like individual. It's a lot of fun still, but I just think it's so much more fun when you're in a group. So we just continued doing that until we created our own Instagram and we came up with the name and the logo.
And
Yeah,
then we
it was
changed
after the Quidditch group,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
We did the 4 seekers of the different Hogwarts houses.
And the snitch.
And the
the
snitch,
snitch.
sorry. Which was a huge success, by the way. Rest is history.
Next question.
What fandoms are your favorite to make cosplay content for? What fandoms are your favorite to make cosplay content for?
I just love Harry Potter, partly because you get so much positive feedback from all the other numerous Harry Potter fans out there.
It's at least you and me have made a lot of costumes for Harry and Cedric, so we have a few to choose from, which is always great, of course.
I'm kind of sick of Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I think we've done 2 pretty big Harry Potter projects recently, and I think we could do much more from other things and content.
Yeah, of course. I would love to, because I'm not a
Ja, där dog den.
Vilken?
Där.
Nej.
Men vänta.
Snart får du säga det.
Fuck. Jag ser inte någonting här. No.
Ja, det kanske var för nedslaget.
I mean, I enjoy a lot of like when we do from books, which is Harry Potter also, but for example, Raven Cycle, it's all fun, but I would love to do some like other book content, like I would love to do Percy Jackson maybe a bigger like, because we cosplayed them before, but we haven't like done anything with it. And now when the show is actually coming out in a couple of years, it would be fun to do like something big for that.
Just book things in general, because books that doesn't have a movie adaptation or like a good movie adaptation like Percy Jackson does not have. So just to show the characters coming to life in our own way.
Yeah. And I would also love one day to do something from a book from the Swab. I don't know which one yet, but something it would be cool. But it takes a lot of time because there's a lot of magic and stuff in it. But
And you're the only one who's read them.
no, you really have read them.
I haven't read them all.
Yeah, exactly.
You have?
Yeah. It's a good series. Everyone should read. Everything.
But I think Irma said something that was pretty inspiring, because when we create something from a book, there is no real reference except from the book, and we have all our imagination to create content from that and do our own interpretation of it. Yes, those are the best times when we create something.
I agree.
How do you go about choosing what kind of fandom you should be for the next project? Well, we have a Discord like group where we like talk and then we have one page where we can just spew out ideas that we want to make for CMV or cosplays. So it's mostly just everyone spewing out ideas, and when there's something that everyone feels like, you should really do this, then we decide to make something out of it.
So we have several ideas in one channel where we have like just put it out there, and then when someone has an idea about something, we usually go from there and start writing a script for it.
Yeah, and we also have several unfinished scripts that are lying around, that are works in progress that maybe eventually will come to life.
It's mostly it's like one person who gets really inspired by like a song, or just like, oh, I really want to convey this idea, that can like inspire the other people to also be like super hyped about the project.
The one who is most intense about something usually goes with its way, and like, alright, we all should just go for it.
The one who screams loudest nags everyone else.
Like for the one we're filming right now with the Raven Cycle, it was Eva who heard a really beautiful Hosier song.
And I started writing a little bit on a script, and then I invited the others to also help along, and then we did it.
So it's kind of a democracy, but also kind of
Also really.
So next question we have is, how have each one of you improved for your latest projects or since you started this group? And that include cosplaying, filming, editing, acting, planning, etc.
Well, we should talk about our first project. Just to start.
Yeah.
Which is
Well,
Twilight, or that's our first CMV at least.
Yeah.
But but also we made the Raven Cycle, and also for the game.
We did everything in one weekend, basically. That was not a good idea because we were so exhausted, and it was so stressful.
Yeah, and it could have turned out better, but for our first time it was.
I think it was beautiful.
Yeah.
We were super excited to see the results. It was just, but definitely we're better at time management and not
focusing on one thing instead of many things.
3.
And I mean, when it comes to like editing and filming, then it's Gabriel. And I mean, of course it's gonna get better because you learn new things, and evolve, and also how we want to actually make like CMVs. For example, the Twilight or the first Rain Cycle is a big difference from like the aesthetics of it from that to like the newest project. So yeah.
And it wasn't so much a CMV where we want to tell a story and have like a narrative, and more showing off cool costumes.
We were mostly
and
playing around.
Yes.
Really. Something I always want to do for our projects, our future projects, is to up our game in some way. If it's in either in acting or if it's in me trying to have some idea of filming in some way or whatever, then I always try to achieve that goal, which is why we always, at least why I think we always do better videos for every video we do.
Yeah, same. We are getting better and better.
Yes, challenging ourselves.
I would think.
Yeah, every new video we make is the new favorite video we've ever made. So,
that's true.
Yeah.
Do you think our like cosplay crafting has gotten better?
I guess. Well, we've also
We did create 2 monsters. Like
in one afternoon.
One afternoon, 1.5 day maybe, because someone had to paint them all too.
Yeah.
That was pretty impressive.
It's always impressive how fast we're able to do it and how nice it's looking in the end result.
I personally think that we've gotten better at acting and just behaving in front of the camera.
I think so.
At least I was super uncomfortable, like when I rewatched the All for the Game one. But yeah, now it's better. I feel more comfortable.
Yes, I think I've also become like more comfortable in front of the camera. In the beginning, feel very like shining a spotlight on you, a little pressure. Like I'm not an actor.
No.
It's really hard.
At least I don't have to scream at you what you have to do all the time.
As much. And what CMV took the longest time to film?
I mean that's probably our latest project, the Phoenix,
Maybe.
because of reasons.
Oh yeah,
Phoenix.
of course.
Mostly because it was such a long time during takes.
There were so many people.
There were so many. Well, yeah, that was one of the problems of it because we had to schedule so many people at the same time, and then Corona hit in the early spring, and we had to wait even longer for postpone even longer for our scenes. So technically, that was the longest one. It took like a whole year.
I mean, and
But
I mean also if we'll just like look at our own like CMVs that we only made in like our group, I think our newest project may be like one of the longest. Just because there are a lot of like different scenes.
And locations.
Yeah, and I think that's the difference between like our newest project and our older projects also. It's a lot more like scenes, I think, at least in like in the newer ones.
Different environments.
Yeah, different environments that mean we have to like go somewhere else, which means we have to take another whole day to do it. So I mean, the one we do now is probably the longest for like if you only count like us and not count the project that was involved because of Corona.
Yeah, but to answer to answer the question, I think either the Phoenix took the longest because of those reasons we said before, or if it was Astrid.
Yeah.
Because of the long hours we filmed during the days.
It certainly felt the longest.
Oh my god,
yes.
It will never end. What has been the highlight of your year so far?
There ain't many highlights.
No, I mean, shit.
Moving out.
Yeah,
Because
We moving in
moving
together.
into this apartment.
Yes, that was a big highlight.
And
It's your new apartment.
Yeah, new
Maybe
apartment.
before, no.
Yeah.
but it also been a not very good year because there's been no conventions and we have not been able to hang out as much and the world is ending. But
Yeah, but what are your highlights? Not your.
Well, we have been able to fit in a lot of filming
Yeah.
and cosplay stuff even though there's no convention. Maybe even more because there is no convention.
Yeah.
Because around this time or a few weeks ago, we would have been stressing out finishing our cosplays in time for NACON.
So your highlight has been that there has
No
been no convention.
No, I still miss it so much, but at least there's no stress. And the highlight has been now we get to create beautiful CMVs instead.
Has it been any highlights for us? I think, for me at least, that it has been filming it
Yeah, me too.
together again.
It's been a great summer for filming because it's always fun to hang out and film and create stuff, and we've done that a lot. That's it.
Yes.
Jag kan inte komma på vad highlights är.
Nej, ärligt.
Alltså, det var inte...
Buying a VR.
So next question is, how do you all decide and agree on what storyline different CMVs will have? And I love you and your content.
That's a good question. I think someone sprouts an idea from their head, write it down, and then like suggest it to the other people. And afterwards we all go in and tweak our own suggestions in it.
Like for example, when we came up with the idea of Astrid Apocalypse, we were like, what if all the Astrid Lindgren characters were stuck in an apocalypse and they were zombie killers? And that was the baseline idea, and then you build on top of that. As for Triwizard, maybe it was like, what if it was the Triwizard tournament, but Harry and Cedric were also in love? As long as you introduce something new, like into the narrative, you have some new
personal.
scene. That is from us.
That makes it interesting.
Yeah. Make it.
And that's the avant-garde guarantee.
Interrupted that!
Jodå, ta med den.
Jag tänker ha som slutscen på det. Avant-garde guarantee.
Det är vår nya slogan!
What are some of the reoccurring things that you have noticed that can make it hard to complete a filming cosplaying project within the planned time frame?
Weather.
Kristoffer!
Oh! Hallå!
You're in a QA.
Hello Chris, you're in the video.
Alright, next question. What are some of the recurring things that you have noticed that can make it hard to complete a filming / cosplaying project within the planned time frame?
The weather.
The sun.
Weather, the sun.
The sun
People.
was going away.
Also people just going away because we're scattered all across the country. Almost.
Oh wow.
Or even outside the country.
Or at least I live in Denmark, so.
The sun is a thing.
Yeah.
When you start filming something and usually the sun is out or the other way, and then either the sun comes out from the clouds or disappears in the clouds.
Yeah, so the lighting becomes extremely different.
Yeah.
So the scene is not the same. So either you have to redo it or you have to wait until it changes back to where it was.
And most of the times we wait like sometimes 5 minutes, sometimes a half minute, half hour because of the sun.
And also just people goofing around in front of the camera, and by people I mean also me.
People.
All of us.
Except in front of the camera, behind the camera, on the sides of the camera, everywhere.
And Gabriel having to go, focus!
Usually I just let you go for a while and like play it out and then like, okay, you guys, now we have to do a CMV, right?
It's like with kids, they have to blow out steam.
When we were filming Astrid Apocalypse, that was the problem of the sun disappearing altogether, because it was January and the sun sets at 4.
That was the problem
And the
with
sun goes up at
it. Was
9.
Yes.
But I think we managed that pretty well.
We did.
It was that last day where the sun was like very close in the horizon. It was very close to disappear.
It was a matter of minutes then, you know,
truly.
do it quickly, otherwise we can't see a thing.
We got some magical pictures from the sunset of it, so I'm happy.
So here's a question more centered to Gabriel. What kind of camera is used when filming? What would you suggest for people who want to make a CMV but are just starting out?
Okay, so the answer to the first question is I have a Lumix GH5, which is a Panasonic version of the module of cameras, and I also got a Ronin S gimbal, which is like a selfie stick, but more
Really advanced and heavy.
advanced, heavy, and costly.
Angry.
Costly selfie stick.
And what does it do when you film?
Usually it makes sounds because it doesn't agree with me at times.
Well, it gives you these smooth
Yeah.
shots, right?
Also at times. But the camera is a pretty. For the second question, this camera is somewhat pricey for the normal people, if we can say so. But I would just say like most of the new phones have like really advanced technology in them, and the cameras are really good quality. So it's you don't need a super high budget camera to start out with CMVs. And to be honest, it's just go on and start filming, because you can only learn by practice.
Yeah, you will improve the more you do it.
And you don't need a friend who works with this professionally in order to start either. We're just very lucky to have that.
I think it's like it's a bit different for us, at least when we started, just because like, for example, Gabriel and me went to like film in school, so we like special Gabriel from the one he knows what he was like doing and kind of like understand more like maybe advanced cameras than just like.
I was interested, I think.
Yeah,
I was somewhat more interested in the technical
Yeah, I mean,
advancement they did in high school.
Yeah, and how to make the scenes work, and you also make that easier for us, because you know how to plan a scene and move the camera.
But when we were starting out, you could didn't you borrow cameras from your?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yes, I did borrow a few different cameras. For our very first scene, we used a Blackmagic Ursa Mini Pro, which is an even more costly camera. That's like that's even higher budget really. That was from our school we went to, and then we used also a Canon EOS 7, I think. Oh, I don't remember.
but that's kind of what I meant. Like,
Yeah,
things.
there are ways to get
If you can-
equipment also, of course. The only important thing is to start filming.
Yes, you just need to have an idea, really. Start writing a manuscript or however you want to go at it. And as Gabriel said, you can also use your phone to film.
And if you want to do it like me, you watch tons of YouTube videos too, in tutorials in everything about filmmaking and other stuff.
That's a really good.
There are information out there in the internet.
What's the longest time you've spent on a project from concept to finished video? That's gotta be Astrid Apocalypse.
Yes.
Because we came up with the idea, or Jens did, at Närcon Sommar the year before we entered it into the CMV competition.
Yes.
So that's
He started like drawing these beautiful concepts of the characters in apocalyptic clothing, and also a lot of the other ones also started to design, like, because here it's not only copying what they're wearing on screen, we also needed to come up with like a new apocalyptic fit. And we wrote the script together.
during the autumn,
Yes.
maybe.
There was a long process of choosing the song too.
Yeah, we had our different song ideas and different opinions about the songs.
And we did have our super intense 3-day weekend filming, but we also needed to film something extra, I think a few weeks afterwards or something, because some shots were too dark. And then of course the long process of cutting it together and Gabriel having to fit everything into was it 3 minutes?
No, I think it was 4. But
4
it was,
minutes time
I
frame.
think I had an idea about the competition rule saying it was a limit of 5 minutes, but I don't remember if they changed that during that stream. And then I had to cut it down a whole minute. So a few scenes like was cut out.
Yeah, but the one that's on YouTube is the extended version. This is
Exactly.
not the version we competed with, but just a bit longer.
Extended director's cut.
What is your favorite thing about your channel / content?
My favorite thing is Gabriel.
Wow. Only me? Not others, no. You don't care about them.
Yeah, she hates us.
You're the reason we all look so good on camera and photos. No, I like that we're all such good friends.
And my favorite thing is probably just getting together and
It's
not only planning the project and writing the script, but also filming and hanging out and
it's a reason to have
everything opportunities for us to actually meet each other. Because sometimes life gets in the way, like you have to. And then nobody's planning something special. So
whenever someone has an idea and someone comes up with an idea and tell the others, that's a reason to start.
Putting in the effort to meet.
I like that we don't cosplay anime.
Yeah.
But you want to cosplay Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yes, that is the exception to the rule.
I also like that we can like share our ideas and like creativity with all of you people, because I see like we're really grateful for like all of your comments, and it really makes us happy when you're like, oh, I'm really looking forward to this, or so it's good. I think it's great, and like it feels good for us to like be able to share and see that people actually like it.
Yeah, and people actually see it.
Yeah.
What is your funniest memory from your channel?
So many.
Our first hate comment.
Oh yeah. Our first and only hate comment, we should say.
That is our only hate comment. I'm somewhat struggled to believe that is the only hater we had so far.
No, the cosplay community is so loving for the most part. I think it's a good thing. For the most part, yes. But tell us about it.
I don't really wait. It was in our Twilight CMV.
Yes.
What did the comment say again?
It just says cringe.
Yeah. I think.
Which is valid.
Which is fair. But
Really, if you
don't have to say
the first time you have gotten yourself a hate comment, that means you put someone big.
Yeah.
So
right.
we should hang that up on a wall. And have
It. Someone thinks we're cringe, guys.
Success.
Oh my god. Finally.
I mean, I really like the Raven Cycle bloopers that we made before, like in the forest. Because it's like it brings up good memories and things. But I like all like when you watch it and like, oh, here we messed around. Yeah, we fucked things up. We messed around, and I remember it, like it's kind of a memory book in some ways because we can
rewatching those videos, and especially those behind the scenes and paper videos.
Has cosplaying helped you to improve your confidence?
Definitely yes, for me. Because before we cosplayed, I was super uncomfortable in front of a camera, but with cosplay I have learned to loosen up, or I've been forced to loosen up because we've done so many projects and stuff, and it's just easier to appear in front of the camera than before. Yeah,
Sorry.
No, not only in cosplay, but without cosplay as well, I think. But
You're saying that this has helped you outside.
both.
Sometimes it feels like putting on a character. I mean, you're literally putting on a character, but also like being at conventions with no cameras in sight. Like for me, it was most impactful when I cosplayed Regina George, and I'm not really a girly girl. Like I can be mean, but not that mean, maybe. and that is very fun to just get the confidence of being like so like makeup and long hair and heels. Like that's like a fun way of exploring your like gender expression.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it's hard to say. I would say like, because I've been cosplaying for quite a long time, since I was like 14 or 13 or something like that. So it's hard for me to like look at like before cosplay and like after cosplay. But I would definitely say that it helped, and I would say that maybe making CMVs maybe have like improved my, like I'm not as shy like in front of cameras or talking to people. So I would more say that maybe like making CMVs and like doing projects have helped me that way. Maybe not cosplay because it's hard for me to like look at the different 2 times and see a difference.
It's always been part of your
Yeah.
childhood,
Yeah, exactly.
growing up.
Yeah.
I never knew I looked so good when I was kissing someone because I didn't know that until I saw me kissing Eva like in front, like in the CMVs.
And like I good.
I look good.
Which is always nice to know. Next question, what programs do we use to make our spells?
Most of the things I do in the special effects way is in After Effects. I have some pre-bought spells I bought for, I don't really remember, but there are some spells that are already brought from another site which I bought from, which I've been using for mostly in the Triwizard CMV. For the Phoenix CMV I've been creating, most of them are my own creations in After Effects.
They look really good.
They do.
Yeah.
If you could have an unlimited budget, where would you film and who would you have a guest star?
And we all know that Andina's been dying to answer this
dying.
question,
Yeah.
so...
It's like,
Buckle up.
okay. I'm not 100% sure which like guest star I would have, but I'm 100% sure where I would film. I would film in London, and the thing is like not like London. We can go to London, of course, like where maybe not right now, but we can go to London in like regular times. But if the thing would like have it unlimited, I would love to make a CMV based on V-Swap's Dark Side of Magic series. And the problem there is that like we would have to, if we would do like a really good one and like what I think in my mind, we would have to like close off some streets and we would have to like full-length movie. Yeah, but in like the CMV and like all the magic effects and all the costumes, which are like quite a lot, and then all of the extras because there's like a whole city and we have to like shoot London in like 4 or 3 different ways because they're like 4 different Londons. And that's cool. And I mean, if I would have to like choose for like this like fancy project that I have, a guest star, I mean, I would love to be Swap in the street. I mean, she lives in Scotland, so
Maybe in a couple of years.
Honestly, that would be my dream to make a whole
Full-length movie.
full-length TV series. Honestly, to do about the Dark Shade of Magic.
With all
And it's still just a fan project.
yeah, still a fan project. We used to like close off, street in London, do things.
But we're talking about unlimited.
Yeah, unlimited. Like we have all the money and like time and.
Imagine the Londoners being like, oh why is the street closed up? Oh, it's a couple of kids just filming
check out
a
their
cosplay
Instagram.
music video.
I fully agree with Andine on all the marks here, because that would be my dream too.
And we would also have a drone.
Yes.
For me, my dream project would be a Twilight CMV, and it would be a parody, to be more specific. And if I had unlimited money, of course we would fly all the way to Forks. It's beautiful over there from what I've seen in Twilight. And
At least that's what they show us.
Yeah, but it's because Forks they have like walkthrough, so you can go walk like through all the like
Twilight.
well, they have definitely commercialized the
Yeah,
fact that they shot Twilight.
Yes.
I would love to go there. And then we would also have like a professional like makeup artist who can do all of our makeup, and also like, of course, Gabriel will still man the cameras, but also maybe some other camera people.
I wouldn't
Okay.
I will be the director and say to other people what they are supposed to do. That's my.
And Gabriel is in charge,
You
of
sit in a
course.
big chair, high up, and scream at people.
Yeah, you get one of these voice enhancers. And also someone with a driver's license. That would be my wish.
I mean, some of these are achievable, you know, we don't need an unlimited budget for this.
So far
like
away.
you could get a driver's license. I'd always love to hear the funny behind the scenes stories.
Well, there's a really funny thing that happened when in the Triwizard CMV we were on the bridge and me and Eva are like wearing our school uniforms. It's a beautiful sunset. Everything is like golden, and then in one of the shots Eva turns on the spot and walks straight into the camera. It like fully knocks her face into the lens. That was really funny to me.
Do you still have that on? Did you film that?
Yeah, it's
You
filmed.
did? Okay,
We
great.
have it on
You want
camera.
to the left?
You walk literally into the camera.
Yeah, well, I like which you already see a bit in the bloopers for the first Raven cycle we did. Because the thing is, I'm quite afraid of wasps. Because both my dad and my sister is allergic, and I don't know if I'm allergic or not. So I'd rather not test it out. So
Just like Nancy.
yeah, exactly. When we're filming, I think it's like 1 or 2 times where he's sitting and then a wasp comes and I'm like and then
we just have to stop and drop everything because Andy is running away.
I was I don't give a I don't care where we are. I was running away and it's get away. So I mean, I think that's pretty fun for me because when I see it in the video, I'm just sitting quietly and then it's
One of my favorite moments from filming everything is when we were at Garde filming the graveyard scene for the Triwizard CMV. And Irma, I and Gabriel were away doing some stuff, and Robin was sitting quite a bit away doing his Voldemort makeup on the side. And then when we were done, we were walking back to meet them. And Robin is just standing there in full Voldemort costume in the cemetery and just walking around and looking
So scary.
And it was just one of those moments this is the best hobby ever.
Damn, Voldemort is here.
It was so scary acting against him as well. He's a very into character.
For the people who were walking around there at the time we were
Viking
filming,
past.
I do wonder what they thought about Voldemort being there.
That was genuine fear on Eva's face while they were acting against each other. Thank you so much for sending in all the questions to us. It really means a lot. And just stay tuned for all the fun projects and behind the scenes video that we're gonna release in the future.
Yeah, all the bloopers and everything else, all the upcoming CMVs and
All our future projects.
yes.
Yeah. It's gonna be great.
Yes.
See ya!
Thank you.
Bye!
Bye.
Vad är det här för någonting? What is this?
Okej, ska vi göra...
Is this thing on?